How's it going, East Tennessee? Hope you have been enjoying your Sunday overall. We did have some rain as we were going from the morning hours into the early afternoon. That calmed down for a good bit during the height of the day. Now, as we work our way towards the evening, you can see here a couple of spotty thunder showers trying to work their way into the area. You see a little bit of action further down south here, as well as some smaller clusters getting towards Cumberland County. We zoom that out a little bit, and you can see a shortwave system is bringing some strong thunderstorms moving through parts of northern Alabama and Georgia that are trying to inch their way into parts of southeastern Tennessee. A couple of those showers starting to move a little bit ahead, but overall action is going to stay on the lower end. Some models do show that we do have a couple of those showers working their way into the area, but as of right now, we're not even seeing anything severe upon these storms anymore. As they were leaving out of the Alabama area, areas like Huntsville, we were seeing a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings, but overall that does seem to have weakened. We are seeing a lot less lightning in this frontal line of storms, and as it continues to move its way east, getting towards midnight, we are going to continue to see that weaken and even move away from our area and become less of an issue. Now, as we look forward to Monday, we do have another opportunity for those severe storms, actually a bit stronger than what we saw today. The number one threat is going to be those gusty winds, 60 miles or even greater, close to 70, because we are going to see a lot of high wind shear support. And also because of that, when you get those stronger winds, you get the opportunity for larger hail as well, getting up to quarter size, maybe even a little greater. Then with those rainfall chances, with these thunderstorms, we will see some heavy rain. So if the same places do continue to get that continuous rainfall, we are going to see some flash flooding come along with it. And with that increased wind shear, we are going to look at the low possibility of a brief spin-up tornado, mainly in areas further into upper East Tennessee and parts of southwestern Virginia, maybe even a bit of southeastern Kentucky. But I'll be able to show you that in just a second. Now, the reason we have all of that, when you look at the jet stream, we have this upper pressure trough that is going to be moving into our area. And as you get towards Tennessee, you really see, if you can tell, we've got some winds that are going to be moving upwards. That upward motion is going to be part of what builds a lot of those storms. And we're going to be seeing the support from here on the jet stream down through multiple levels of the atmosphere, which is going to make those winds more aggressive down here on the lower level. So you're looking at the wind gusts, and you can watch that system as it develops, moving into the mid-south. You see just getting upwards of 32 miles per hour, and a lot of this red, so even some gustier winds approaching as this shortwave system approaches us heading into your Monday. And we are going to have a front attached as we get with this rain coming along as well. So here's a look at the Storm Protection Center's risk. You can tell the eastern half of our region going to be under that level 3 risk, the western half in the plateau going to be under that level 2. And again, this is where we're going to see some more of that tornado possibility. Parts of southwestern Virginia and maybe a bit of upper East Tennessee is where that's going to be the most likely. Now, again, I mentioned a lot of heavy rainfall as well, so we are going to see that level 1 flood potential with some rain totals getting upwards of 1.5 inches. And again, you see a lot of that focus here in upper East Tennessee and maybe a little bit in some areas further south, along with some of the rainfall that we see coming from today. This is mostly going to be an impact of today. I'm thinking that this is going to be more so with some rain that we get coming in tomorrow. So here's a look at what we're seeing right now. These systems continuing to move out of our region, and this model in particular is going to be a bit of the worst case scenario with some of these storms as we go towards tomorrow. So a little bit of rain trying to creep its way in tonight. Otherwise, we'll have some clearing conditions. But as this front approaches with these storms, we now see this very large line going from the mid-Atlantic all the way down through East Tennessee and into Alabama. Now, I mentioned again that this is the worst case scenario. We do have a lot of wind shear, but the part that we're waiting to see is if we have the instability that's going to pair up along with it. And that's something we won't be able to exactly tell until we get a bit closer into Monday morning. You know, do we have a lot of cloud cover that's moving in ahead of these storms as we get into the area? So again, worst case scenario, we see a large line of storms coming in during the middle of the day, say around 1 p.m. So at lunchtime, if not a little bit after, that'll continue to move its way through and seemingly out of the region as we get into your Monday night. Then high pressure moves in on your Tuesday, and we see so much clearer and nicer conditions. Not really too much rain coming in at that point. So the driest days of the week are going to be your Tuesday and your Wednesday before we do jump back up getting into your Thursday. And you'll see the temperatures kind of follow along with that as well. That cold front going to be bringing our temperatures down into the middle 80s on Tuesday, then even cooler on your Thursday before we jump back up and maybe see some more rain chances into the weekend.